If you're ever wondering about all this orange lichen, I'll look up the name of it, but it likes to grow in bird poop. Ooh, oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I wonder if she was nesting. If we look, are we going to find some eggs? Oh my goodness. It's a beautiful morning, and Doggo and I are out here at Tatty's Cove. We're going to go for a little hike. Tatty's Cove is where a bunch of people have like cabins, and it's just a beautiful little spot with lots of Honda trails kind of crisscrossing all over. We're going to make a little loop by taking a jog to the right and going over near the dump, and then following the trail all the way back as far as we kind of feel like, and then coming up on some of the high trails near the fuel tanks, and see if we can make a nice loop of it. This spot is just kind of at the end of town. We've got the graveyard up there. Cisco's excited because there's lots of birds and 6 ground squirrels running around, so he's super excited. It's a perfectly gorgeous day, but it's also dead calm, and in first day of July, Happy Canada Day, and that means that the bugs are going to be an absolute menace, so that's why I'm wearing a rain jacket, even though it's like perfectly beautiful and not raining. This is good. Just digging for squirrels. The flowers are having an absolute banger year this year. We're taking our first jog off to the right. This is a Honda trail that's going to lead up into the rocks and give us a little bit more nature. The rabbit hole. Either rabbits or ground squirrels. Lots of them. Here's the trail we're going to keep following for now. You can see the whole of Tatty's Cove there. These are all the milk vetch. They've been having a really amazing year. Dogs are really enjoying it. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. Oh. This is where our trail turns towards the water. We've just reached the dump and we're gonna go down closer to where all those, I don't know if you can see them, but where there's a bunch of cabins and rocks. Maybe we can find a good place for breakfast. That's the dump up there with that fence. One place you gotta think about polar bears is near the dump. It's part of Cisco's job is to alert me. Haven't seen any polar bears yet though. I've never seen one in person in 11 years of living in Nunavut, so kind of sad, kind of not about that. There's a little kind of sort of trail that goes off this way. I think we'll explore here a little bit. This isn't quite a trail as much as like some Hondas went this way once. I love ferns so much. These ones are so big. Excuse you. Oh, they're so cool. It's quite impressive. All those little islands out there can be really fun to walk to in the winter when there's ice. I love this huge chunk of marble. It's not marble, it's quartz, but yeah. There's a sandhill crane up there making some noise. We're gonna leave it alone, eh, bud? Alright. This is a neat little spit of rock jutting out into the water. I might try and scramble up this little bit of it. Looks like there's some places I can climb up without too much fuss. You can see the tide's out. All these beautiful tidal grasses. And the high tide line right there. Lots of, this is all, I don't know what the red seaweed's called. But there's a lot of this bowl seaweed that gets bleached and dried out. Alright, bud, let's see if we can scramble up here. Come on, Schmoops. Let's go. We got this. No big deal. You just jumped straight up there. I can't do that. I do it one-handed. Oh yes, my little long legs. Come in handy. Alright, here we are. Someone left an old sled here probably years ago. Ever hot. Yeah, this goes all the way out. It's so cool. Birds. Baby ducks. Some eider ducks on the water. 2 pair. There you go. There's some water you can bathe in and I won't yell at you. Can't drink it, but it's not nasty. So here we are at the end of that little spit of land. Water kind of all around us. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anywhere we can go that the bugs will leave us alone. So we're just gonna make the best of it. Sitting still and having coffee might not be super pleasant, but I packed it, so I might as well try. There's a little bird that's broken off. It's coming close. Doesn't look like an eider duck. I have to look it up. It's got a, looks like it's black with a white patch on its wing. Hey, little guy. Oh, yeah. Well, we finished our coffee. I had a little coffee. I wasn't that hungry, so I didn't eat breakfast yet. Oh, we're gonna start heading back towards the cabins. Follow the shoreline until we meet a trail. If you're ever wondering about all this orange lichen, I'll look up the name of it, but it likes to grow in bird poop. Ooh, oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I wonder if she was nesting. If we look, are we going to find some eggs? Oh my goodness. Oh, beautiful duck eggs. Oh my goodness, I've never found a nest before. I'm gonna leave because we don't, my family doesn't usually eat duck eggs, so I don't want to I don't want to mess up her nest, but that's so exciting. I've never found a nest before. Duck eggs are a real, well, any kind of eggs really, any kind of wild eggs are a real treasure. They're a real delicacy. And you always know to not take all of them. You always leave, if there's 3 you leave 1, if there's 5 you leave 2. I might not have those numbers exactly right, but yeah, it's an important source of food. But to our family it would just be a novelty, and my kids probably wouldn't like it, so I'm not going to waste them. That was so cool. She had her nest all lined with down and maybe even kiviet, but probably just thrown down. Oh, that's so cool. Ew, you found some bone? So we just passed our first cabin. I've got Cisco on a leash, which he's not overly thrilled about, but I'm glad I did it because the first cabin had someone staying in it. And they have their own little dog, which I'm sure they don't want to, yeah. We're leaving. This little mop dog, ever cute. I know, we're leaving. I'm sorry. Okay, guy had 3 dogs that all got out. One of them was a German Shepherd, so, you know, probably wasn't aggressive, but good to not be stupid. We've got a strong sense of, like, personal property, really. Luna kind of belongs to everybody, but, you know, you walk right by somebody's house 8:30 in the morning in the summer. You might wake somebody up. So I'm really glad that I put Cisco on a leash, or else I really would have got yelled at. Looks like it's hovering. Neat. So this is the road that goes right back to our truck. We could take this right there. I don't know if you can see our truck there, kind of right in front of the graveyard, but we're gonna keep going and do the other loop. Make it a bit of a figure 8 or something. Big sled. That's a sled to put a cabin on. Somebody's got a cool old-fashioned skidoo with flowers in the back. I love that. That's so cute. I think those are the same ducks we saw earlier. They're just making their way along the shore. We've made it over to Johnson's Cove. We can see another place where there's lots of cabins and boats. And those are the fuel tanks where our community stores our fuel. It gets pumped in with tankers, but that's where they store all the gas for vehicles and all the diesel that runs our town. All the jet fuel, everything is up there. And on the other side is conveniently the gas station. So we are gonna head up that way as soon as we can find a trail that doesn't interfere with anybody's cabin. If you're wondering, I am very hot. Just being in my jacket. But I don't want to get chewed up by bugs again. I got like 50 bug bites yesterday, which was not ideal. And the same ducks are still coming around, just noodling around the point. I love it. Well, as you can see, we made it up to the tanks. We get one more beautiful view of Tatty's Cove. We are just going to head down from here back to where our truck is. My camera's about out of battery, and we've had a really good hike, so thank you so much for joining us. And I hope you've enjoyed our little morning walk from the peace and comfort of wherever you're watching this. All right, God bless. Bye-bye. Way down is just on the other side of those tanks. Almost missed it. Lovely little walk back down to another trail through the rocks. This goes back to where the other cabins are. But there is, it's hard to see it, but there is a little sort of trailish where plenty of people have walked or driven back down this way to that brown line you see, which is the way we're going to follow back around to where our truck is. This trail is really muddy, and while I would prefer to follow the actual trail back to the road that goes to our truck, A, my feet are getting wet, and B, that will take Cisco a little too close to people's houses and dogs. So we're gonna do what I prefer not to do and just cut across this marshy area of tundra. And be done.